I'm inside team page only. So what about
Now I can see.
okay? So we can start. In plus, we have seen about the scopes and component like is and subflow. Okay.
Yeah, hi
Apart,
Ravi, good evening. This is Satish. Yesterday, did you upload the video, sir?
hello.
Actually, I missed the class yesterday for some personal work. So,
The video part, it's already. I think I need to keep public. Need to make it public.
It is not showing, it is showing as folder one only, sir.
Even Sunday's video is not present, Ravi.
Yeah, hello. Just quickly, let's make it public. Then we'll move for next.
Yeah, last one, part 3, session 4.
This part I will update soon. Okay, this part not completed yet. For basic training one, I uploaded all the video.
Was the 4th February.
For real-time project that I will complete soon. But for basic training part, what all video are there, everything is uploaded. Okay.
It's
So
included.
now
Yeah.
let's.
That
Sorry.
4th February one will come today also. The real time payment.
Yeah, that I will do today.
Okay, sir.
Basic training, all video already uploaded. Okay. Till yesterday class, everything is uploaded. For project part, yeah, after fourth video, like 4th Feb and remaining one, that way I will upload today.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now coming to this component wise. So last time we have seen async component, flow and subflow. Okay. So today we will see for each and parallel for each, how this for each and parallel for each work. Okay. So first, let's try to understand through diagram. So let's say here you have, these are the elements of an array. Okay. We have one array which has these many of elements. Okay. It can be anything. Array can have repeating element as a integer, string, object, anything can be possible. Okay. Within an array, it can have any kind of repeating element. It can be integer, it can be string, it can be object, like JSON object, anything was possible. So what generally array do, sorry, what generally for each do? What sequence you can see here on same sequence, it will iterate on each element of array. Okay. In case of for each, it will iterate on each element of array, and whatever processing you will do inside for each. Let's say you are adding something here or you are displaying this number, whatever you are doing, it will do for all each element of this array, and it will do in sequential manner. But if you have parallel for each, okay, in case of parallel for each, so what will happen? It's a multi-threaded processing. Okay, let's say you have defined the max concurrency. So there will be one property. We will set this property soon. Max concurrency. So we will define this max concurrency, and this max concurrency will create multi-threaded processing. Let's say max concurrency size is 3. So it will create 3 thread, and each thread one batch. Like in first thread, this like in first go, like this will handle the first record, this will handle second, this will handle third. Okay, once this 3 will processed, then it will take fourth, it will take fifth, it will take sixth. Once all this will done, then it will take seventh. And other two thread will not get anything. Okay, so what it do? In parallel for each, it do multi-threaded processing. Okay, let's say here you kept HTTP listener. Then here we have some transform message. And here we have for each. Okay, so in case of for each, what will happen? It will iterate on each element of this array. First, it will iterate on first. Then once first done, it will iterate on second. Then it will iterate on third. Then fourth, fifth. Okay, one by one in sequential manner. Okay, but if it is parallel for each, this one is HTTP listener. This is transform message. And here we have parallel for each. So what will happen once parallel for each will start based on the max concurrency? It will start the number of thread. So first, second, third, once done, fourth, fifth, sixth, once done, seventh, once done, then rest of the processing will happen. Here also, once all these 6, 7th all done, then rest of the processing will happen. Okay. So this is the case of for each, and this is the case of parallel for each. Both of them are synchronous processing. Okay, until unless it will not complete, it will not go for next component. Okay, until unless all will not process, it will not go for next component. But if you remember async component, then if we have any other component after this, at the same time, this will also start the execution in case of async. But in case of for each and parallel for each, both are synchronous component. Everyone clear on this?
Yeah, can you repeat one the here? Means it's going to batch by the like parallel for each.
Yeah, you can say it's a multi-threaded. Okay, batch has different way of processing. Okay, that is also multi-threaded. Okay, this is also multi-threaded. Okay, so multiple like based on the max concurrence, multiple thread will be multiple thread will be created, and each thread will serve the request from this parallel for each.
Means if you use data, how to means in handle we are using the for each or parallel for each.
For which purpose?
Means if you have a use data, means we need to define in the parallel for each max concurrency 3 or 4 like that. Means how to know means define the max concurrency.
Okay. Yeah. let's try to understand on this part, and this one is very good question. Okay. So whenever you are defining the max concurrency, you need to be careful. Okay, it's not like you can define as many as possible. Okay? You can like whatever you will increase, definitely it will increase the performance of API. Let's say you define 100 and you define 1000. So in case of 100 record will be processed at a time. In case of 1000 record will be processed at a time. Okay. But every time it's not necessary you need to define 1000. So how you will decide when to define 100, when to define 1000? Okay. So for that, you need to think about the resources. Okay. So whatever number of thread you will increase, when you are increasing the max concurrency, means you need more number of thread, and how threads will be generated. That number of thread will be generated based on the your CPU. How many CPU and how much RAM you have given to your application. Everyone clear on this part?
Means based on the CPU and the RAM size, we need to decide the max concurrency.
Yes, correct. Okay, let's say you have like 3 people to work. Okay, let's say you have one organization. Okay, and you have 3 people to work. Okay, so you can take task of maximum 3 people. Okay, if you will take task of like if you will give that task. Sorry, just give me 1 minute. Let's say you have one organization and there you have 3 resources. Okay. So if you are getting any task, you can assign that task to 1 person also, 2 person also, and 3 person also. And at the same time, for that organization, you need to think how many resources you need to maintain. If you are maintaining 1000 resources, but you don't have enough budget, then what will happen? Overall, you will get lost. So same thing, if you are deciding max concurrency as 100 and you don't have enough resource, then other application need to suffer. They will not get enough resource if you are using same mule application. Everyone getting this point or not? Okay, so it's a like parallel for each is multi-threaded, and we use this for parallel processing or for fast processing. But we should think about the number of concurrent thread, max concurrency before selecting this. Just give me 2 minutes. I'm getting one urgent call. Just give me 2 minutes.
Hello. 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 Hello, Ravi. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, Ram. Yeah, he has some call,
Please.
urgent call, so he
Okay.
take 5 minutes like that.
Okay, sir.
Ravi, are you saying something? Your voice is not coming through. Hello?
Hello, Ravi. I think you are in mute. Can you could you please unmute? We're not able to hear your voice. Smita, are you able to hear you?
No, no, Satish. For us also, we are not able to hear.
Yeah.
No, cannot hear actually.
I think Ravi is designing and then he will explain later.
Just ping someone to Ravi. We can't able to hear you like that in the chat.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Can anyone confirm? Am I audible or not?
Yes, sir. For me, you are audible.
Yeah. Okay. So first, meanwhile, let it deploy and let me explain. So like here, I explain everything theoretically. Okay. But let me explain it now practically. Okay. So in for each, you can see here, we are giving this as a input. Collection will be input. Okay. In this input, you need to pass the array. So here you can see I created one array variable. Okay. This variable contains the array data. Okay. So what I did in for each in collection, I passed that array. Okay. So input of this for each always must be array. Okay. And then you can see batch size. Okay. So batch size means in every iteration. Okay. For each, what it will do, it will iterate. So in every iteration, how many element you will pass. Okay. Here we have given one, means in every iteration, it will pass only one element. Okay. If you will give batch size 2, then in every iteration, it will take 2 element. Okay. So in practical way, like what I have seen, what I have observed, mostly you will give batch size 1 only in 99.9% cases. Very rarely you need to give batch size as a 2. Okay. So it tells in every iteration how many element it will take, 1 or 2. Okay. Hope everyone clear on this part. Okay. So what we are doing here now inside for each, every time I am logging the payload. Okay, inside the for loop. So every time I'm like logging the elements, okay, in each iteration. So first time payload will be this, second time payload will be this, third time payload will be this, fourth time payload will be this, fifth time payload will be this, sixth time payload will be this, seventh time payload will be this. Okay. Now same thing if we will go in parallel for each. Here we are giving input as a array, same how we are giving for each. Okay. And here you can see one additional component, that is max concurrency. Okay. What max concurrency tells, how many thread will be created at the same time. Okay. Here it will be always single threaded, like always we will have single thread. But in this case, we will have always multiple thread based on the max concurrency. Okay. What is our max concurrency? We have given 3, means 3 thread in one time. Okay. So once it will go inside this parallel for each, 3 time it will run for each element. And then again next time 3 element will run inside this parallel for each. Okay. Now let's see. Let me run this and we'll see. Oh, it's failing. Need to deploy. Could not start HTTP listener 80A. Okay. Actually, I think other application is running with same port. So let me change the port. So 8082 and test. Yeah. So we reached at this place. Okay. Now you need to understand everything very clearly. Okay. So here we have array. Now this array will go in this loop. Okay. So it will iterate on each element of the array. Okay. So for this, so iterated on first element of array, second element of array, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, done. Okay. So it iterated on each element of array. Now it will go for parallel for each. Okay. And in parallel for each, you will see this will be inside this logger for 3 times first. Okay. And one more thing. Okay. One key point is here. In case of parallel for each, sorry, in case of for each, it will be in the same sequence in which sequence you are getting request. Okay. So first element will be processed, that will be this element only. Second will be this element only. Third will be this element only. It will follow the same sequence of the input. But in case of parallel for each, it will not follow the sequence. It's a it will not follow any sequence. Okay. So this is one more criteria where you need to take decision. You should go with for each or parallel for each. No matter, parallel for each will give you better performance. Response time will be less. But if you have requirement, you must need to process the element of the array in same sequence. Then even if parallel for each give better performance, you cannot go with this. You have to go with for each. Okay. So in case of for each, you see it's processing in same sequence. Parallel for each started with 3. Okay, this is thread 1. Thread 2 and thread 3. Okay, so it processed first 3 element. Now it will go for next 3 element. Okay. Now next it will go for next 3 element, and you can see here thread number 3, 6, 2, 6, 3, 2. This is the thread number. Okay, so at this moment, like after 4.3, Mulesoft is using Uber thread pool. Okay, and in Uber thread pool, like they are in first iteration, they took this 3 thread. In second iteration, they took 6, 3. Instead of 2, they took 4th thread. Okay, and then again they took 6, 3, 2. Okay, so you can see this 3 thread are keep this 3 thread, it keep consuming this first 3 this elements, and then second this 3 element. But sequence, you cannot guarantee the sequence. Okay, in parallel for each, you cannot guarantee the sequence. It can take any sequence. So you see, first it process the third, then second, and then first. Second time.
Ravi, one question. So in the parallel for each, right, you have set concurrency as 3, is it?
Yes, max concurrency.
Max
Means how
concurrency
many
3.
maximum parallel thread will be executed.
Okay. So first thread will take 3 elements.
At the same time, 3 thread will be created.
And each thread
Max
will take how
concurrency,
many elements?
each will take 1 element. Each thread will take 1 element. Okay. So in sequential, okay, let me tell you how. I'm not sure thread part, you people maybe don't have knowledge. So let me tell you. So if you have multi-threaded system, okay, then it will execute one component, it will go for second, it will go for third. Okay. At the same time, it will handle only one request one. But if it is multi-threaded system, okay, if it is multi-threaded system, it will take request one, request two, request three at the same time. Okay, now this thread will execute one element at a time.
Ravi, you're not audible.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying anything. So everyone got with this concept?
Yeah, could you explain once again, Ravi? Yeah. Thread concept.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi, Ravi.
Yes.
Sorry, actually, like this is my first class. So this is like when these classes are started actually.
Okay, okay, okay. I will talk to you after this class.
Okay, okay, Ravi.
Yeah, for other people, like in single threaded, what will happen? One person will be there who will serve the request. In multi-threaded, multiple person will be there to serve the request.
And how would the context switching happen between these threads? Like when will which thread process?
Sorry, context switching for, so that is internal processing. Okay, that we cannot control.
It
That
is
is
random.
handled by.
Yeah, okay, I think yeah, you can proceed then.
Okay, so hope everyone clear with this concept, and we seen practically also how it works. Okay, so it's already 8:49. So let's connect in tomorrow class and I will give you more insight for these two component.
And sir,
Yes,
hello. Whoever
yes,
have
yes.
doubt, na, they can go through Java multi-threading once. So they will get
Yeah,
idea like what are the thread and how these threads will behave. Like here maybe you're not getting it very clearly, but if you go with Java multi-threading, then you
okay. Yeah, first of all, for everyone, okay. If you are not getting this threading concept, it's not no need to worry on this part. Okay. But if you are getting this part, where is the previous one? If you can understand this part, this is a sequential processing and this one is multiple record will be processed at a time. If you can understand till this point, then that is good enough. Okay. Trading is advanced concept. If you can understand, it's well and good. In future also, it might help you. Okay, so let's have more class, more understanding on this part. So tomorrow is Saturday. Okay, tomorrow we will have real-time project. Okay, let me
Ravi,
see tomorrow if it.
Ravi, tomorrow we'll start with the project work, is it? Or
Yeah,
still
Ramal,
we'll go
we will
through
start.
Jira setup and all these things?
No, tomorrow we'll start Ramal. So tomorrow will be first day of technical class of our project.
Okay, sure. Tomorrow same time, right? 7:30 or what time? 8?
Yes, 7:30.
7:30. Okay.
Yeah, okay, fine then. So
Ravi, can you
yeah, this
upload
kind of concept, yeah. Go
can
ahead.
you upload the videos like last class